everybody, Heuntz here, and welcome back to another episode of our Endless Space 2 New Player Guide, where we are playing the Riftborn. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, and don't forget, you can be wanting to yell at your screen. But welcome, you are wonderful individuals. Today we are going to be focusing our objective on and discussion on war and conflict in the Endless Space 2 universe, as we have been declared war on by the Unfallen, and most likely going to be declared war on by the
Speak. Let us see. If
Vultures. Thank you. I completely blinked on their name. Oh my lord. Oh, ooh. No, I only have 33 influence. I cannot enforce peace. They did steal Ain. So, okay, before we go to war, or discuss war, why they got Ain. As you saw, we had outposts, and most civilizations have outposts before they become colonies. The Vultures have a special unique trait where they can automatically colonize and have a colony in a system. They don't need an outpost. But the condition is they cannot make colony ships. They have that one ship we saw, that giant thing that flew across. That is the only way they can colonize. They cannot colonize any other direction. Thus, they did get this planet, but that's all. They're kind of stuck. Now, eventually, we will want to take Aang. And we can see on the map, the Vultures are at 268 power. We're at 164. Yee. But we will be getting stronger. Now, power is a base of production. So your FID systems, which your systems produce, and your fleet. We only have one fleet right now. And it's a small fleet. What do I mean by small fleet? Well, it's a small ship class. And I'm going to go to our text screen so we can look at this. Ships come in 3 different sizes. Small, which were right here, which you unlock on the 2nd level of the military screen. Well, actually, this is Empire Development. Personally, I think this should be in the military, but okay. And you come with 2 classes: the Protector, so your Guardian, and the Attacker, the Natural. They are command points 1. So each fleet has command points. It's right here. That tells you how many ships you can have. So with a small fleet, we can have 7 of the ships. It shows 8 because your heroes do not cost command points. They are a free ship that will give you a lot of good bonuses. They don't cost anything. That you can have up to, in this we have 7 command points. We can have 7 small ships. On the next level, which I kind of don't want to unlock just yet, even though I really do want to unlock them. I do want to start getting the Denric University out for the extra FID productions. Like, there's so many things you need to focus on in this game that you gotta prioritize. What you're doing. So we are going to go with, I'm doing this so I can unlock the next level of our attackers. We got the next level of our defenders. Now we're going to the next level of our attackers. But the second level of your ship is broken into 2 techs. You have the split second ablatives, which brings you the coordinator, a medium, so defensive ship. It is 5 Hyperium to produce. It has 3 command points, so it's 3 times the cost in a fleet of the small ships, but it is twice as powerful. Could be 3 times as powerful because it has more slots, and it itself has its own upgrade portion. So like where we researched here, it takes Hyperium and Titanium for the first level. The second level has its own, and then you have the applied cryogenics, which is your medium attacker. And as we see, we had it here. They retreated. The Unfallen have the medium hunter tech, the medium attack ships. So if we look at our fleet of 7, fleet command point 7, we have 7 small ships, or we can have 2 of the level 2 ships, because they have 3 command points, so that's a total of 6, plus 1 small. So you'll have less ships overall. If we want to look at this fleet, it has a total strength of 8 of health of around 19,000. It does 1,200 damage. Has 15 or 1,600 defense. I wish we could see the medium ship of his out here, but his was about one of his medium ships had 900 attack, 500 defense, and 7,000 health, while a small ship has its attack, so same class, only 2,000 health, 170 attack, and 100 defense. So these guys are really weak. One-on-one, the small ship is easily defeated. Even having 4 of them could be easily defeated by just 1. So it is a give or take. You have swarm them with small ships, or go with a big heavy fleet. The third class ship, though, is right here. It's all the way close to the end of the tech tree. It is the prime. This class is the prime class. We cannot. It's called Liquid Composites. Is its tech. It is the carrier tech. It's large. It has 6 command points, so it doubles in command points. And it's large. It is a massive ship. It's very strong, but you could only really have 1 to 2 in your fleet at a time. You could have up to 4 in your fleet. Yes, you can have up to 4 of these, but say that's 24 command points, and we'll look at how you get more command points in 1 second. You might be able to already see it on the screen. So you can have 4 of these on a, say, fleet power of 26. You can have 4 of them, and then 2 small ships. Or you can have 26 small ships attacking. You either swarm the enemy defenses, or you go in with heavy damage. What you're going to do, or how you're going to focus, that's up to you. Just be very careful what your enemy is putting out. That when you fight them, your damage and health would surpass his. But during the battle, also be aware, if you're running full small ships, when one goes down in the fight, that is minus the damage, the health that you are outputting right there. So you have a 26 and you lose 10 of them in the first second of fight, or the first round of combat, because combat is broken out into 3 rounds. The visuals don't show it, but combat is broken into 3 rounds, and when we get into a fight, we'll talk about it. the second round of fighting, you are now down to 16 ships only doing damage instead of 26. And if you lose 10 more, third round of fighting, you're only down to 6. While the enemy could be down to 3 or 2 big ships, you got to be very careful. There is no right or wrong method to building your fleets. Just laying you up. I'm not saying don't go small fleets. You might be able to easily pull that off. They are cheap. You can have massive amount of them if you have high production values. So it's not wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. There is an optimal path. There's a non-optimal path. Take what the game is giving you at any given time. Because do be aware, the large ships do cost strategic resources to produce. You might not have all that strategic resource. So you will want to go with many small ships and not use the strategic resource slots of the upgraded versions of the small ships. You might do massive, like 6 fleets of all pure basic small ships, and you just whittle down the enemy numbers and damage. Basically, it's up to you how you are going with your game. Now, command points. You start off with a basic number. I believe it's 5 command points in the military tech. So you can have 5 ships. But you can always increase that number. Maybe it might be 6. No, it's 5. It is 5. You start off with 5. This number really should tell you 5. You have basic coupled C5A1. It says +1 on Empire. You might, someone in the comments, you could tell me if I'm being wrong. That's maybe different empires have different starting command point value, and this +1 adds on to it. So the Riftborn could be starting with a command point of 4. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong or right in this. But I do believe you start with 5, and when you research and open up the second level of technology of the military branch, you get an extra +2, so that is why we have 7. But you could research, see this little disc, a satellite. These are showing improved command points. We can research autonomous construction for an extra +1 command point per hull types on Empire. So say we have, I believe per hull types is these. So we have 1 hull type right here. We can do another one here. So this is 3, 4, 5. I believe that is the case. So you can get an extra +5 with this. So our fleet command points would be a size of 7 + 5 is 13. I believe that is the case. In this tech right here, the hardened alloys, you can get an extra +3. And when we get to this tech level, you get also a +3. Get to this tech level, you get another +3. And you can get even more +3 right here. Get another +4 when you get to this level. So the command point value you get, you can have giant fleets of smalls, or a few large ships. Right now we had 7. Our enemy did have 14. We saw that last episode. So they could field 14 small ships for our 7. So we got to be very careful. We have to be aware of that. They also have the medium techs. What you see here there are bombers and fighters in the game. They go on their own special slots. You can put them on the medium coordinator. Right here, the defense. That's right here. There you go. These guys can hold 1, I believe, in upgraded level 2 fighters, but it depends, or bombers, depends on the race, I believe. While the carrier can bring in a lot of them. Also, behemoths, and we haven't even looked at them yet, so I apologize. They can have their own fighters as well. Bombers and fighters add a lot of value to your fleet. Bombers are very good at destroying ships. Fighters are very good at taking out enemy bombers. And of course, they also are good at taking out missiles as well. Maybe. No, maybe not. Maybe not. But as you can see, when we look at the damage value, they only do 10% damage against large ships, 25 against medium, and 40 against small. While the bombers do 50, 100, and 150. So the fighters are more against versus the bombers, and the bombers take out the ships. You can have improved fighters and improved bombers during this tech, so they're very good supplemental to your fleet, and we will start using them when we can get that tech unlocked, and I do like them. And going through the military, as we talked before, you can focus your ships on either energy, so again beams, and shields are good against them, or kinetic, so either ultra dense slugs or missiles. Slugs do, as they have flak, they do damage against missiles. So if you can have, say, you're doing very good early game on titanium, you can do one of this. So if the enemy is doing missiles, you can be good at shooting them down, and then focus all lasers. Or you can switch off depending on what strategic resources you utilize. I very much like the laser technology. And this gets into combat. If we look here, it says that it's short, medium, and long range. This improved pinch beam is optimal at all ranges. So as I said, there's 3 stages of fighting. There is, if we go to our, let's see, it should be here, battle tactics. As it shows the turtle, 1, 2, 3. That is where the fighting for that style will really kick off. So if you have short range damage, it's some type of multiplier. I do apologize. I don't know all the math behind it. But if you have a lot of close range weapons, it's very good using this strategy. But say we use the turtle. We look at the turtle and we put everything in that middle fleet. Let's go tech. Here. The ultra dense slugs. As you're using a close range combat during the first stage, the long stage, and these are poor, many of your shots are going to miss or not even hit your enemy because they can't even reach it. 10% plus a 0.2 modifier or something like that. That's the damage. Average at the next combat will be medium, and they do only 50% luck of hitting. So times 4 now, 0.4, excuse me. And then you get the short, which is times 1. I'm using this math as throwing it out there in the air, like I'm guessing this is the multiplier to the ranges. But that I'm trying to get like more of a visual point that when you get close, the ultra dense slugs on the 3rd round, the short round, they'll have their 85% hit. They'll do a lot of damage very close. 76 damage per second. So, but 76 damage, just say, at short range 85%. If it hits, it'll do 76 and 85. It's going to basically hit times the short. You're close, whatever the short range modifier will be to chance to hit. While the long, it will not do that 76 damage. It might do 2 damage. While at short, it'll do all 76. But if you do it in pinch beam, at all ranges, all 3 levels of combat, long, medium, and short, it'll always do, it's a 100% chance to hit 25, it will do 25 damage. Even if you use a short range card, the first round, it might do 15 damage. Medium, it'll do 20, and at short range, it'll do 25. So all 3 levels, yes, it's not doing as much damage at the short as the slugs, but now you did 25, 20, so you have 45 plus 15, 60 damage overall at all 3 levels. While this one did 2, 20, and then 76. So slugs might be better in doing a lot of damage, but you still need to hit the enemy, while this one will hit the enemy. On improved lasers, it's good for the medium round of combat. Second round, medium. Not so much for the long and short, but it is doing 42 damage. That's why I like the lasers, because all 3 levels of combat has a higher chance to hit the enemy and do multiple damage. But because the enemy might be running missiles, and you can see the flak, there's damage versus squadrons. I like still having some version of the slugs, the flak and guns, and I usually put them on our support ships. These guys, as they will be the ones taking the focus, the damage. They will be able to shoot down the missiles coming in, the fighters coming in, or the bombers coming in. That is why I'll always utilize those on the ships, and we can see that. The Cypher has the slugs, the ultra dense slugs. Here we have 2 of them, so they can fight everything coming in. We have some extra armor and a shield. But yeah, so that's focusing here. We don't have many support modules. Oh, sorry, put them here. Let's see, they move 4. What do you move again? No, you only move 4. There's no point putting the extra movement in just yet. But this is the high PM, so it's upgraded. And we'll get the upgraded these guys, I think, in 3 turns? Yes. But with our attackers, I do focus on the lasers. So I have 1 basic plasma. I have 2 basic, so I'll always do damage at all levels of combat. And then I have the basic laser, the beam to the laser. So it'll do damage, definitely in the medium, but it has a chance of doing damage at all the times. The ship only has 1 armor slot, so you gotta be careful on focusing. And now you can easily, as long as you have a lot of dust and strategic resources, if you have strategic resources in the ships, you can swap out how your ships fight versus the enemy very quickly. So pay attention before you start a battle. You can see what the enemy is doing. When we can see an unfallen ship, I will point out the damage type they have, and you can like focus against it. The pirate mark. Ouch, expensive. And here's the pirates. I'm not sure which pirate is doing this one. So there's going to be a pirate fleet coming to our home system. You do have to be aware of that. So once I get the Academy Embassy up, I can start unlocking new heroes. I really want that. And then I'll focus on getting our new fleet up. So we can have 7 ships. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. 20 turns and we'll have a new fleet going. We could have another... Ooh, I should get that. Yeah. Alright, 4 turns we'll get another Riftborn produced. Now remember, Riftborn need to be built. They're not birthed through organic means, so we had to build them. But we do have some organic pops. As we can see here, we have the Remnant, and we have EPs. We have 254 production. Not bad, not bad. That should go up. Each one of the Riftborn does do 5 signs, 5 dust, and 5 production. It's really strong. That's really strong. So that'd be nice. Alright, I think that's war. We could have another law, or 2 laws, but we don't have enough influence. Thanks to this guy. He does plus 20 influence if we're friendly with factions having guardians. But we're at war with the main faction of the guardians, so we have minus 20 influence. Ouch, that's very painful at the moment. Now we could get rid of these guys. But since they do get plus 5 happiness, and that influence overall, and damage done to attackers during ground battle, kind of want to keep them. Okay, Gatria is building its Xena industry. And they're going to have another machine Riftborn population. This will give us 10. We have no strategic resources here, so it's kind of ouch. But that'll be 70. We get another one of these. Then I think I will want to... Oh, that thing hurts. It hurts. Oh, look at growing after this. I gotta figure out where we want to grow next. But this would be a very good production system. So I gotta figure out where we want to grow, but also be very careful of our happiness. Now, talking about our people. We haven't really looked at the population screen. We looked at it to show the levels, but you can also... Oh, you can. Well, okay. So we have, like, boost. So effects on a planet. 5 science, 5 dust, and 5 production. The EPs is 5 food on sterile and 1 production. You can actually boost and double these effects on a planet by using a luxury resource. For the Remnant, it could be plus 2 production and plus 4 dust. Unhappy. We do need this resource though. Should we go to the marketplace? Oh, we can't even buy it. Ouch. That sucks. I'll love to be able to buy it. But you can buy it and boost your people on your planet. And I don't think we can do the Guardians. Nope. Wow, if you have a lot of Guardians. Huh. Interesting. Kind of cool. Empire development. We can get the first level of empire development. We can do 60 food. Now, we personally don't need food, but our biological population does. So we can help them out to get them to grow, which would be very useful and nice. We could do happiness, and that would be nice as well, since our planet, most of the time, will it be negative population happiness. So that'll prevent them from being seditious and angry. You can also get 60 signs. But if we look at our planet, we are producing the food and the happiness. Actually, that's it. Oh, that's actually it. Ooh, there's adamantium there. Cool. Well, here would be some happiness. So it depends. Do we... I know here we don't have any of the biological population, and we're not even producing any food. But if we... I mean, there's no way we could produce food here. Oh, we can do 3. No natural growth, so. But to get a organic population at HRV, we need to get to the level 2. We would need to focus on that. And I kind of want to I want some biological pops on all of our plants, because I don't want to spend all of our time just building them. Even though they're very powerful, I don't want to spend all the time building them. So I'm thinking of going the first level of food, because we get that grow easy enough. With 2 a turn. Takes 25. So it'd be about 13 turns, and we can have it on all our planets. Alright, we can even get it on more planets too. Out here. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I am going to go with the food of system development. Because when you upgrade a system, you can also transport population to different systems in your galaxy. So that's why it's good to have the upgraded levels. So let's do this with the red sink. Yes, we don't need food, but our biological pops do. So let's get this as our system development. Now we can already do it on our home planet. And the first one only takes 1 turn. I really do want to get the shadow up, so I can see what Pavo has. It says a few 3 signals. So I want to see what's at Pavo, because we're gonna go colonize Pavo. Since they colonize here, I'm gonna go colonize against them. So let's end our turn. Wow, we've been the entire time discussing. I do apologize. Ooh, industry switch. Yes, please. And passive. So industry and passive is nice. So 50% of industry spent for any construction is converted into dust at the end. That is really nice. That gives us a good money. And level 2 is resource. More strategic resource. Yay. We do kind of need that. Ooh, here comes the pirate fleet. Ooh, someone's discovered the academy. We are kind of going to ignore that. Oh wow, we need warp tech to get out there. Ooh, alright, since we need warp tech, I'm going to put the Geist all the way down to the bottom. Warp tech lets you leave your constellation. And that technology is right here. So I think after the after the extreme composites, we'll do the shielding. Actually, no, I want to... yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the shielding. And then we can do, like, free movement. That would be cheaper to get... So when you see this line, it's cheaper to get the first tech, and then that makes this tech even less expensive. And this lets us get more science for command points we destroy. And lets us colonize the arid systems. There you go. Even though we already produced 413 signs, and this is at 630, we could do this in one turn, and that'll make, again, this a little bit cheaper. And since we know an enemy fleet's coming in, I'm going to get that up in 4 turns. So we'll have some fleet to combat this guy. He has 4 movement. It'll take him 2, maybe 3 turns to get there. So you don't need to worry too much. I am going to send out some probes, though. And then put the scout back in our capital, where it cannot get attacked by this guy. Oh wow, I just looked at the time of recording. This has gone on really quickly. Wow, that was really quick. So I do apologize, but war does... It's a lot to discuss, so I apologize. Wow, 1 turn. Yay! This is to be quicker. But now we're producing 119 food, so our growth is going to be really quick in our systems now. Which will be helpful. Alright, here's these guys. Alright, so this is their fleet. So we can see the medium. The medium attack at 740 health, 823 damage, physical damage, 933 shielding. So they're optimized to fight us. While we are not optimized in missile tech. Yikes. Or physical. But now these guys are half and half. Look at their defensive ships. We do focus more, though, on armor. Since they do armor damage, hull, physical. While we only have 1 shield, and that has 700 capacity, that is why this is high up. Well, there's only 310, so 2 of these equal 1 of these. But this will be able to absorb their damage. So next turn, we'll be able to fight them, and we will look at that. And then we'll end this episode for today. And next episode, we'll talk about ground combat. Because that's a whole other... Oh my goodness gracious. So I do apologize. This is going on so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was educational and informative for you guys. I did have fun discussing it all, surprisingly enough. We should be able to send a biological pop. Let's see, do you have a sterile? No, this system has no sterile whatsoever. So next turn, I want to get this remnant up. I want to send our remnant population to 1 of them. Actually, we could send 2. Though, we need to be really happy. Are you happy? No, you're just content. I could make... Actually, you could become really happy. Alright, so next turn, we will send 2 of Remnant to HRV to start growing. And then we'll have the food component, the level 2 modernization, so they can start growing themselves. And the women are really nice because they give you dust when they're happy. And next time we'll look at the fight. Alright. Yay, we can upgrade our hull. Oh wow, there's so many pirates coming in, but they only have 1 strength. Wow, that pirate mark, whoever bought it is gonna get their money's worth. Let's get another phantom up. So we will have somewhat of a defensive combat fleet to fight these guys. but yikes, a little scary. Okay. So ready to fight this guy. Battle Quadris. Minimize for a second. I really want to finish this system up before we start that fight. I'd love to see where that curiosity is. Alright, so we can send our remnant. Oh, that really hurts our production. Okay, we're only going to be sending one, sadly. We can choose a destination. It will be HRV. You can send it to different colonies. Ooh, that reminds me. Gotcha. Do you have sterile? Yes, you have a lot of sterile. So you getting the APs would be good. So you can only send one at a time. So I'm going to send this remnant to HRV first. And then we'll send them to Gatria next. Gatria really doesn't have food. This planet has a little bit. But yeah, so that 60 food will be very helpful out here. And then producing their own is going to be good too. Alright, so we can look at Quadris. As it shows, we should win this, but very minimal. So I'm going to go to Advanced. Alright, so this has our fleet broken up in two, which is strong. It's not wrong. Wow, that rhymes. I'm going to move her here, actually. Because the more fleets you have here, the more morale you have. So if you have... Ooh, take trophies. No, I want the whole plate. I want to absorb the damage. The more, if you outnumber their fleets, you'll get a bonus to damage dealt. And we'll need that at this moment. We'll need that bonus. As you can see, this is how strong. We're 79% compatible with this. Because of the lasers. Let's see what happens in this fight. We will watch it. But spreading out is not the best. Actually, I'm going to put more damage here. Well, let's do it, though. Let's fight. And you can see. Now, again, well, they're going to take trophies. Wow. Because they saw we have 7. They really want those trophies. That does mean we can absorb their damage. And they won't be absorbing ours. So that's going to be kind of nice. But yeah, we can just watch this. So picking your strategy and picking what your ships do is very needed. And you can see we have their morale. 10% extra damage on fleet, 5% accuracy. Woo, sorry. I want to get a decent camera. Let's focus on our main fleet. So they do have missiles. So having that... Oh, wait. Pause, thank you. So having that flak does absorb the damage we are taking. And that means all of our fleets can focus on this guy. And take him out, basically. That makes sense. Now you see this white bar? This is the manpower. So say we're getting boarded. If this goes down to 0, our fleets are useless. There's also weapons that reduce manpower as well. That's why not being able to produce as much manpower as we do as the Remnant, not the Remnant, Riftborn, excuse me, means when we build fleets, we gotta be very, very careful about us having that manpower capacity. Because if we really don't want to go down to 0, like that will be very bad. A different way for us to lose. Alright, let's focus again. Yeah, there's his missiles. Our flak is damaging it. They do have other guns, and that's why we're taking damage. And our lasers are firing back on this guy. As you can see, they're going down. We are going to lose one of our ships, though. And now they can focus on our other ships. But yay, we're only going to lose one small ship to take out theirs. I don't mind that at all. Ooh, nice effects. Very nice effects. Cool. But we won. We got decisive victory. We lost only one ship. And heck, we can even build that ship out here. This 12 turns. Oh, that's actually a lot of turns. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, because there's not that much production? Oh, wait. I gotta switch that. And then we can do a lot of production. I'm like, there's not that much production. We do need an interplanetary transport network. So I'll focus that. And that'll give us 3 production per persons. That's 6, 7. And it'll be going up as we go through. But okay, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming out, for enjoying sending that pop unit to HRV. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave that in the comments down below. Don't forget to also comment. You might get something named after you in our episodes. Till next time, love you all. Later, alligators. Peace.